Just hope. Welcome to the Bags Tournament Championship. We have Mid-Illini Hicks facing Fun Bags, and we're going to get started here soon. So we're going to throw it over to Troy to give you guys the rules.
Thank you, Brian. Players will toss bags at each board. Any bag that lands on the board will be worth 1 point. Any bag that lands in the hole of the board will be worth 3 points. The team with the most points at the end of each frame will be awarded all the points scored more than their opponent. The first team to throw will be decided by a coin toss at the beginning of each game. The winning duo of each frame will start the toss in the following frame. No bounces on the board will count for any points. This is the championship round of the tournament. One game will be played in a 5-set series. The first duo to win 3 sets out of 5 will be considered the game winner and be crowned the first ever Phi Delta Theta Bags Tournament champion. All sets will be played to 21 points. First team to reach 21 points or more will win that set. Good luck to both teams as we head down field side to our onside official, Adam Greer, for the official coin toss. Yes, dude.
All right, everyone. You're going to have
Blue has won the coin toss, meaning Mid-Illini Hicks.
No.
Fun Bags. Fun Bags will be tossing first.
Oh, hold on a sec. It looks like we did not get the referee missed some directions here, and Fun Bags is throwing the blue bags, and Mid-Illini Hicks is throwing the red bags. So we apologize for the screen, but we will be fixing that in between sets here. We got 5 points for blue on that one, or I guess Fun Bags on that one.
Bags is blue, right?
Yeah.
3 points red. Red is going first.
3 points awarded to red in that second frame, taking our score 5-3. Fun Bags over Mid-Illini Hicks.
It's going to be interesting in this game to see how much the wind impacts how they throw, as all the other games have been inside.
Absolutely, because this is the first game we have played in this tournament outside, and it was considered today to be 50 miles per hour winds, but obviously if you are here, you can tell that that is not what's happening. And I'd say it's a brisk breeze of what, maybe 5-10?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
barely any wind.
we could not have asked for a better day.
Absolutely. One thing I will mention, Fun Bags and Mid-Illini Hicks, one could say has had a relatively easy route to the championship game. Each one of their tournament games before this was easy wins. They each won, what would you say, average score of maybe 17 points?
Yeah.
Beating them 17 points per game.
Yeah. This is definitely the toughest competition they face. Obviously, it's a championship, but it'll be interesting to see if they were easy games or they're just that good of a team.
Absolutely. Looks like Brendan Jones of Fun Bags is starting off on a hot streak here. He currently has 2 in the hole and 1 on the board.
Blue.
5 points awarded to blue in that frame. That takes our score 11-6. Fun Bags over Mid-Illini Hicks. Brendan has been one of the most consistent players, I would say, throughout the tournament.
Yes.
He's always one you can rely on if you're in need of points. He's a solid player. I know Dickie J and Tom Prince were cracking jokes at saying he was the second one in his family awarded to the Muscuda Hall of Fame for bags, or cornhole, depending on how they call it. But yeah, he's definitely, I'd call him Mr. Consistent.
Yes, yeah, he has been, him and Evan, I'm glad that they're facing each other on the board, because that's the most strategical way of playing this. Obviously, Brendan has been phenomenal the whole tournament, but so has Evan. It'll be interesting to see. I think the game changer is going to be how well Lena and Derek Brown do on the other side of the board.
So in that last frame, in frame 6, Mid-Illini Hicks scored 3 points, inching their comeback to 11-9, but they did just score 6 points in the most recent frame, and they have now taken the lead 15-11. Mid-Illini Hicks over Fun Bags, 15-11.
Wow. First time we've ever seen Mid-Illini Hicks in any real trouble in this tournament.
I'd say Fun Bags too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Has there been a game where they've trailed maybe, I'd say more than 5 points, maybe? I mean...
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think at the beginning of games, sometimes they just won't be the first to score, but they always grab that back really quickly. Another interesting thing here is Mid-Illini Hicks, usually they win their games by Evan putting up big points. But like I was mentioning earlier, with Brendan being his counterpart on that same side of the board, it's really going to put pressure on Derek to show up.
Mid-Illini Hicks was just awarded 3 points in the 9th frame, taking their lead 18-11. Just a reminder, this is a best of 3 out of 5 series. So if Mid-Illini would win, they would still need 2 more games to come out as champions.
Keep coming up short there. Ooh.
To me, playing bags outside compared to inside, there's totally that depth perception difference.
Absolutely.
Like, it feels weird. You play in high school basketball, for example, you got a normal gymnasium.
Yep.
But then when you go to the state tournament and you got the fans that could sit behind the basket and out, like, your depth perception of the basket changes.
Your whole spatial awareness is
that's kind of what I'm noticing in this game. They're either coming up short or they're super long. But like I said,
Good shot there.
Brendan and... Is Evan in the gray sweatshirt? Is that?
Yes, Evan. Well, they're both in
Yeah,
gray.
well, Brendan's one of them, and then for Mid-Illini Hicks, Evan.
Yep,
right?
Evan. Yep.
They look unaffected by being outside. They're both consistent. Fun Bags was just awarded 3 points. They're coming back here. The score is 18-16. Mid-Illini Hicks over Fun Bags.
This is already coming out to be a really, really closely contested first set. So this will be an interesting best of 5 series here.
Ooh. Almost put that in the hole to steal the game there. Mid-Illini Hicks score 1 point, inching ever so closer to that first victory of the championship round. 19-16, Mid-Illini Hicks over Fun Bags.
Ooh. Brendan almost first in the hole there. Evan repeats it. Oh.
The one thing about Brendan's bag that's sitting on the backside of the hole is you could use that as a backboard.
Yes.
And it looks like Evan took full advantage of that. And that looks to be it for the first game of the championship round.
Yep.
Mid-Illini Hicks takes the early 21-16 win. And they are currently 1-0.
Well, super competitive first set already. I think we're going to get some word down on the field and switch them, so it's a little bit easier on you guys on the screen. But in a sec here, we're going to do a little post-set interview with Zach Holberg and the Middle Illini Hicks. But until then, what a closely contested game, Troy. How did you feel about kind of how that first set went? Do you think that's going to tell a tale of the whole rest of the game?
I really don't think so. I definitely wouldn't count out fun bags. I'm going to be honest. Like I said earlier, Brendan's been Mr. Consistent the entire tournament. And he's definitely got that competitive mentality to him. You can definitely watch how serious he is when he's tossing. He's not joking around. He's not making chit-chats. So I wouldn't count them out yet. I think they got 2 more games before we're able to move on to the official crowning of the champion. So don't count them out quite yet. There's still a chance. Just trying to get a little camera action going on here.
The Mid-Illini Hicks, right?
We are set now.
Got an entertaining first round. You guys look pretty confident out there. How are you feeling after that commanding
All right,
win?
sorry about that. My microphone was off there.
I think they're really good competition, and it's not over till it's over in 5 games.
Yep, just got to stick with it.
All right, thank you. We'll come back up here with the winner of the next round after we get through it.
So as you all know, all proceeds of this tournament do go to the Live Like Lou Foundation for ALS. And a lot of questions we've received is, what exactly does that organization do? Well, here's a quick video that we found that can kind of explain everything to you.
In 2018, the Phi Delta Theta International Fraternity made a remarkable strategic choice. A choice that few Greek organizations have ever attempted. A choice that will change the culture and the impact of our brotherhood for generations. The choice was to build a charitable foundation whose purpose is aligned with the long-term Phi Delta Theta efforts for the cause of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS. The 100% fatal disease took the life of Baseball Hall of Famer and Fidel Lou Gehrig, Fidel brother Neil Alexander, who created Live Like Lou, and so many of our brothers and loved ones over the years. Phi Delta Theta has always supported ALS, and now we have a partner. The foundation is called Live Like Lou. It's led by Phis and supported by Phis. Together, we are going to leave ALS better than we found it.
Welcome back from that quick, brief commercial we had here. We will be going into Game 2 of the championship round. Just a quick recap. In Game 1, Mid-Illini Hicks take a 21-16 win over Funbags. On the scoreboard that you see in the frame on the stream, the colors are switched. Funbags is blue, Mid-Illini Hicks is red. So we will be moving down field side to our onside official, Adam Greer, for the second coin toss of the game.
It looks like the Mid-Illini Hicks win the toss, and they've thrown first here.
As you can notice, it looks like the players have switched sides of the board. So now you have Derek Brown and Lena Jersa on the left, and Evan Otto and Brendan Jones on the right.
1 point blue.
1 point for
Blue is
blue.
going
Blue keeps starting out strong here. Fun bags for those of you watching on the stream. They keep starting off with the lead. Let's see if they can hold that lead throughout this next set here.
Brendan Jones extends the early 1-point lead to a 3-point lead with 2 bags on the board.
Ooh, knocked his own one off there. Lena sneaks one on the board. Oh, another one.
Lena uses what I consider that a strong speed tactic, like a speed toss, because it always hits the board. There's always a possibility that it slides off. But you know, she did get one caught on the backside of the hole, and she was trying to use it as a backboard. Unfortunately, it did not work for her, but you know, that might be a method you look forward to in the future to see if that can happen as well.
Absolutely. So both of these teams here, they're playing for a $50 Amazon gift card. It'll be interesting. Both of them were just made aware of that right before the game, so it'll be interesting if that's causing any some more competitiveness in this.
Quick score update. Funbags is in the lead going into the 5th frame with a 5-0 lead.
Lena created another backboard for herself there. Ooh,
she has a split backboard going on, and Derek takes that to full advantage himself and puts one in the hole using her tactic.
Oh.
1 point red. Red and throwing first.
Middle Hicks finally gets on the board with a point there, making the score 5-1.
These really are the 2 best teams in the tournament. I was worried doing the bracket, Troy, that I would end up causing in the semifinals the best 2 teams facing each other, but this worked out beautifully with these 2 teams.
Absolutely. I really hope we're in for a long night here. I'd love to see it to go to a game 5, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Absolutely. I'm loving the scenery with the under the lights.
Absolutely, and I really appreciate the fans that showed up to the stadium today. We do have limited seating. I think we can have, maximum of maybe 15 people here. But I'm really appreciating it is Halloween night, and some of them did come in costumes. So I do appreciate it. Looks like we got a few cowboys. Looks like we got ourselves... looks like a burglar to me, but he just might be wearing a ski mask. Just to wear a ski mask, but not 100% sure.
Everyone wears masks now.
And there it is. Middle Hicks scores 6 points in the frame to come back into the lead with an 8-5 lead over Funbags.
They always end up getting those big scoring drives.
For the duo of Middle Hicks, I would definitely say Evan would be Mr. Consistent, but Derek Brown, he's the wild card. He might have 1 to 2 bad frames, but then he's going to go off for 3 straight frames where he's scoring 6, and there it is. 6 points back to back in 2 frames, taking an early 14-5 lead.
Yes, this is a very, very competitive game here.
Derek puts one in the hole. Knocks Lena's off.
Ooh. Wow, great shot by Lena there. To knock that big gain away from Red.
Red still scored a point there, taking our lead 15-5. For those of you just joining, this is the championship round. It is a best 3 out of 5 series, and Mid-Illini Hicks has won 1 game already. We are in game 2, and Mid-Illini Hicks has won 1 game with a 21-16 score. Mid-Illini Hicks is currently up 15-5.
4 points.
Blue
Make that
finally getting back-
15-9.
Blue finally getting back on the board there with 4 points.
Yeah, that looks like 6 straight frames with no points for Blue. Sitting up here in
Wow.
the press box, Evan Otto looks like Mr. Cool, checking on his phone, might be looking for Twitter, looking through Twitter and Instagram, but Derek seems to be really into this. You can tell when he tosses it, when he thinks the toss is bad. Just kind of low-key freaked out on Halloween night because this cord is touching me in the head. I wasn't exactly sure what was happening.
We've got the Conjuring going up in the press box, but Evan, speaking of checking his phone, thank you to Evan for he had to change some plans around for tonight. He has a family thing at 7:30, but he made some time to be out here to compete in this championship game for us. So maybe Mid-Illini Hicks is trying to get out of here with a quick game.
Red is going first.
Mid-Illini Hicks takes an 18-9 lead with 2 points scored in the last frame.
We got some banter going on from the crowd here.
What I think was a great play by Mid-Illini Hicks has nothing to do with tossing bags. I think it was who they decided to stand next to.
Yes, absolutely. From both teams, that was the most strategical way of doing this game. I think it was equally as strategical on Funbag's part, as we know. Obviously, Mid-Illini Hicks like to make those big point frames, and that's usually how they get through the games. They don't score little points at a time. So for Brendan to stand next to Evan, I think that was a really smart move on their part as well.
But also a very smart move by Evan to stand next to Brendan because,
Absolutely.
like I said, both of them could be considered Mr. Consistent for both teams. And when you're canceling out both Mr. Consistents, the points won't be coming from those two, relying easily on Derek and Lena Jersa. I got Jenna Lursa, and it was English is hard today. Looks like Funbags scored 2 points in that frame, taking our lead 18-11. They're trying to make a comeback here, but it looks like it might be just a bit too late for this game specifically, as Mid-Illini Hicks scores 2 points to extend their lead 20-11.
We're going to need a big round here from Brendan if Funbags is going to keep themselves in this game, in this series, I should say. Interesting. To ensure that he lands on the board, Brendan is throwing that with some more arc on there. Great shot by Evan.
No point.
That was a very impressive showing there, even though no points were scored.
Especially when Brendan started that frame by putting a bag as a backboard in the hole.
Yes.
Evan had every chance to put one in the hole, but he put one just right of it. And I think that also was leading up to Brendan trying to toss it a little bit higher to get that mail-in shot so he can knock in 2, but yet not knock in Evans.
1 point red.
And that'll do it for set 2, putting Mid-Illini Hicks up 2-0. This will be an amazing comeback by Funbags if they can do that, but we're now going to switch over. In a sec here, we're going to go to another post-set interview with the Mid-Illini Hicks. But, Troy, what do you think Funbags has to do here to change up their strategy and get a win?
Not sure if this would be allowed, but could Brendan switch sides and instead of standing next to Evan, stand next to Derek? I think if they want to have an absolute chance of coming back, they need to switch something up. In terms of bags, there's not a lot you can switch up. It's you hit the board, you don't. You get it in the hole, you don't. Really, the only thing you can switch is who you're standing next to and who you're competing against in that frame.
Absolutely.
So I'm not 100% sure what they can do, but maybe Evan and Derek have tossed their best bags, and maybe Fun Bags can take a 3-game sweep here and come back to win the championship. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Well, speaking of Evan and Derek, we're going to go right down to them with Zach giving them an interview.
All right, we're back with the Mid-Illini Hicks again. You guys got to feel good about that one. You're now up 2-0. Congratulations on that. You got best of 5 here. How you feeling going into this one? You think you're going to be able to seal it up here?
We'll see. It just, depends on how we play this game. That's all.
Job's not done.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll come back with these guys if they get it done here, or we'll be back with the Fun Bags after this next round.
All right. So while they're setting these boards up again, I think Fun Bags is going to be talking some strategy here. We'll kind of finish off what we were just talking about there, Troy. I think it is interesting doing that. That might be a good idea for Brendan to then go up against Derek and vice versa. To go up against Derek. It'll essentially be a race to the finish at that point. I think we'd see high scores, but who will get the higher score? That would be the question. It'd be a risky game for Fun Bags to play, but right now it's looking like they're sticking with the same strategy.
Absolutely. It looks like the strategy is still the same for both teams. Brendan versus Evan and Lena versus Derek. But like I said, it's a game of bags. I mean, one game you can toss your best bags, could play out of your mind. In the next game, you can't hit the board, you can't score any points.
Yeah.
It's a definite wild card.
A lot of times some people will go on hot streaks and then cold streaks, so hopefully for Mid-Illini Hicks' sake they don't have any cold streak coming here. But now we're going to go to our referee Adam Greer for the score or for the coin toss.
Mid-Illini Hicks has won the coin toss, meaning they will start Game 3 of this championship series.
Lena knocking Derek's off the board there.
For those of you just joining, Mid-Illini Hicks is currently in a 2-0 lead over Fun Bags in this championship round. It is a best out of 5 series, so that means Fun Bags is not quite out yet, but their hopes are looking very thin.
It'll be interesting for the campus' sake if Mid-Illini Hicks does somehow blow this two-game series lead. You know we're getting some yelling from the crowd, but it'll be interesting to see kind of what the consequences are socially on campus if Mid-Illini Hicks did blow this lead here.
Mid-Illini Hicks takes an early 6-0 lead over Fun Bags with 6 points in the previous frame.
Wow. Fun Bags is going to have to change something up here if they want to come away with the victory. Lena keeps coming up short here.
No point.
She finally gets one on the board in the last toss to even it up. and allow no points for that frame. You know, I'm speaking, I got the audio in my right ear, and I'm really noticing I'm emphasizing my P's. So I'm sorry.
None of them can find the board here on this one. Oh.
3 points, red.
That
Oh,
was
man.
by far the worst case scenario Brendan could have had with that toss, knocking in Evans' bag to extend the Mid-Illini Hicks lead 9-0 over Fun Bags. So I know in the rules we stated if anybody crosses over the front of the board, the points will not count. So it looks like Lena is taking the careful route, making sure that her toe absolutely doesn't come close.
Yeah.
But Derek, it looks to me that he's standing a foot, 2 feet behind the line. Like, the amount of strength you would need to toss it 30 feet. I mean, that's pretty much 30 feet.
Yeah, it is 30 feet. Obviously, Derek and Evan representing the football team, so maybe they're that weightlifting is coming in handy when standing back from the line.
2 points, red.
Evan is consistently outscoring Brendan here, and that's going to be a tale of this game as Mid-Illini Hicks go up 13-0 over the Fun Bags.
Derek puts his second toss of the frame in the hole here. I almost said it was his first toss, but I noticed that there was a bag on the ground.
4 points, red. Red is going first.
Mid-Illini Hicks scores 4 points there, taking our lead to 17-0. Fun Bags' chances are slowly dwindling away. Got some oohs and ahs from the crowd there as Evan puts 2 in the hole. And on Brendan's last toss, he follows up by knocking one of his and his initial toss into the hole as well to cancel out the frame and allow no points.
That is a huge cancel out there for Brendan because 17-0. That is a very, very, very tough mountain to climb here for the Fun Bags.
And
Right.
Derek puts one in the hole, which currently that is game.
Oh,
8 points, red.
Mid-Illini Hicks seals the deal with an 8-point frame there, taking our score 25-0.
wow.
An absolute domination of a game right there.
Mid-Illini Hicks not losing one series the entire time in this tournament. That is phenomenal duo right there for Bags. Officially becoming the best Bags duo on campus. We are going to go down to Zach here in a sec for a post-game interview. And then we will do a little ceremony for the winners.
Not to be that guy, but when people are like, are the Lakers the greatest team in the NBA right now because they, like, is there an asterisk next to that championship game because of the shortened season? One's got to ask, are they really the best duo on campus because of COVID? We got students that aren't on campus. We got students that won't leave their rooms. Are they really? I mean, my guess, absolutely. Just the way they dominated those 3 games right there, I would say by far best duo on campus. Maybe next year Are they both seniors? I just now realized, are they seniors? Or
No,
juniors?
I believe one is a junior and one is a sophomore. Evan is a junior and Derek is a sophomore. So these could be some long reigning champs, as I'm sure they'll enter next year's tournament.
Absolutely. So we will be going down field side to our post-game interview here. Zach Kohlberg with our champions, the Mid-Illini Hicks of Evan Otto and Derek Brown.
All right, guys, I'm here with the Mid-Illini Hicks. Congratulations, guys. That was a clean sweep. How does it feel to be named the first Phi Delta Theta Bags champions?
Feels pretty good.
Glad we got it done.
All right, short and sweet. Congratulations again, guys. Good job tonight. Thanks for coming out and playing.
Thank you very much.
So we will be going down. Brian is currently on his way down to the football field with the post-game championship prize. As a reminder, it is a $50 Amazon gift card awarded to the champions. Hopefully, as the years progress and as this event gets bigger and bigger, hopefully the prize will get a little bigger. But we will now, and currently are, going courtside. I just said courtside. Going to the field for the post-game picture.
We'll get some pictures here, and then we'll have the runner-ups come on and get their award. Okay, we are here with the runner-ups, and against the Mid-Illini Hicks. That's still a pretty big accomplishment. Obviously, they were dominant throughout the whole tournament, and so were you guys up until this point. How do you guys feel, even though obviously not great after the loss, but...
That was a horrible performance on my end. Holy crap.
I'm just glad we made it this far.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Well, you guys did great throughout the tournament. We're giving you a $25 Amazon gift card, so at least you have something to show for coming out here and making it to the championship.
Nice.
Cool beans. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys, and we will hope to see you guys next year.
I'll be here.
In 2018, the Phi Delta Theta International fraternity made a remarkable strategic choice. A choice that few Greek organizations have ever attempted. A choice that will change the culture and the impact of our brotherhood for generations. The choice was to build a charitable foundation whose purpose is aligned with the long-term Phi Delta Theta efforts for the cause of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS. The 100% fatal disease took the life of Baseball Hall of Famer and Fidel Lou Gehrig, Fidel brother Neil Alexander, who created Live Like Lou, and so many of our brothers and loved ones over the years. Phi Delta Theta has always supported ALS, and now we have a partner. The foundation is called Live Like Lou. It's led by Phis and supported by Phis. Together, we are going to leave ALS better than we found it.
All right, we are back. We are going to kind of close the show here. Great performance by Middle Illini Hicks. Troy, you got anything to say before we go?
Nothing really, just congratulations to both teams on a hard, well-fought matchup tonight. But then as well, congratulations to Middle Illini Hicks for officially being crowned the Phi Delta Theta Cornhole Bags, whatever you want to call it, champion.
That's what we should name the tournament from now on. Cornhole Bags, whatever you want to call it, championship goes to the Middle Illini Hicks. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys next year.
Real quick though, before we go, special thank you to everyone who helped volunteer to make this event run as well as it was. Thank you to the Sisters of Alpha Z. Thank you to the people of ASAP. Thank you to Ryan Doyle. Thank you to Chris Goebel and everyone else that helped make this event possible.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate all of you.
Yes, we got it. We got to also throw a thank you to Sanaya Jenkins for being our camera person, showing some long hours there. Thank you to everyone else involved, and Tom Prince and Professor Johnson. With that being said, let's close the show.